Every year, Jeff Cleese tries to outdo himself, and as a result, his little backyard rink, well, it's not so little anymore. The nearly complete DIY project nestled behind his Willow Grove home is about half the size of a regulation NHL rink, and there are lots of bells and whistles. It's no surprise his two sons and the neighborhood kids adore the hockey haven. Jeff Cleese has taken a break from pouring ice to join me in Studio YXC. Good morning.
Good morning.
So I just gave people a little sense of the rink, but tell us more about it. Describe it for us.
I guess the first couple of things that people usually ask me is what is the dimension? We are about 90 foot long and about 40 foot wide. Next question usually is how much water does that take? How's your water bill? It's actually not as bad as you would think. It's about 100 hours or so of water by the time we get it to the point where it's full, and
So it takes 100 hours to
yeah,
fill
just
that.
coming out of your standard garden hose type of thing right off the house.
And do you do that once at the beginning of the season? Do you have to continually kind of flood it?
No, that would be just my building portion of it. So once
Got
we
it.
get your main slab down, then there is a few hours of finishing surface work as well, where we use hot water and a boom and a lot of hand scraping and that kind of stuff to make sure that the ice surface is nice and smooth.
And there's also a lot of bells and whistles.
Yes, that's something that it's almost a bit of an out of control animal every year for me. I try to improve upon it a little bit every year. I guess some of the things that we've had from the beginning in this home that we're living in, we've got some like a mining belts for the to protect the kids' skates so that they come right out of our heated garage where I've got some benches and places for them to get changed, and I as to use as a warm-up shack as well, so they can walk straight out of our garage, right down the belt on their skates, up a new set of stairs that's rubber coated that we put in just this year, right up onto the ice surface. This year I'm adding some more lighting. I was pleased with our lighting last year and the past few years, but a little bit more would be nice. This year, brand new set of boards at both ends, full on the real thing puck board with the NHL gold stripe along the bottom and some chain link up along the back end, and it's becoming a little costly, but you know what? It's all for a good cause and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, how so in terms of you talked about your water bill, but in terms of all the other costs associated with it, what's the ballpark there?
Just in case my wife's listening, I'm not sure that I want to actually
Fair
answer
enough.
that.
Fair enough.
No, but I would expect that, like, just a sheet of puckboard, to give you an
Yeah.
idea, is over $100 a sheet. So just for me to do the two end boards this season at 40 linear feet, by the time I frame it up and everything, just the puckboard alone is going to cost me over $1,000.
So then what keeps you going year after year, not only maintaining it, but expanding it out?
It's something that I'm actually very lucky with. My wife and my boys are both very passionate about their hockey. I've got my oldest Tanner is 10, my youngest Rylan is 7, and they love their hockey. I grew up playing hockey. Some of my best friends to this day are hockey buddies. My wife plays. And us living in Willow Grove there, the Saskatoon Wild is a very strong hockey zone. They've got a lot of really good buddies that are involved, and I just really cannot think of a way to instill some real good Canadian traditions in my family, and we all enjoy it. So I mean, it's not only just for me; it's for my kids and for some of the neighborhood kids too. We have a great time.
Are they on there a lot, the neighborhood kids, your family? Is it in
Absol-
use all the
Absolutely.
time?
Absolutely. In fact, it's kind of funny. It's like taking a kid on a highway journey and asking how many times you hear, "Are we there yet? Are we there yet?" My 7-year-old right now is basically just that. When is it going to be done? When can I get on the ice? I'm like, well, a few more days. It's coming. He's very anxious.
When your sons, when you first made this rink for them, or in some of the moments that you've unveiled it for them. Are there any moments that stay with you where they just got really excited?
Probably I think that the biggest thing for me to date, I mean, we do an annual friends and family gathering where we have about 80 or more people come through the home that on that particular day, and that's awesome. We're going to continue to do that. But the thing that my little trophy piece for the whole thing to date is last year there was a competition between and it was a contest between Home Depot and the Saskatoon Blades, and we were nominated for the contest, and lo and behold we won the contest. And I think it was last February we had a number of the Saskatoon Blades come out, and we had a couple of backyard hockey games, and a lot of people came out. There was a lot of media there as well. The kids all got to meet some Blades players, and went home with some signed jerseys, and there was a lot of big smiles on the faces that day.
And when you see that, what does that make you feel in here?
It makes me feel that all of those nights standing out by the light, freezing, may have actually been worth it.
Well, thank you so much for coming into studio and telling us about the rink.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Jeff Cleasy is the creator of the best backyard rink in Willow Grove, hands down. He's spent over 100 hours working on the project so far this year. The rink is about half the size of a full regulation NHL ice surface.